Hey friends, this is Circle of Hope Pastors, where we do this video cast to try to answer questions that people ask us. Today the question is, should we keep sending our thoughts and prayers after tragedy strikes?
So one of the questions I think that's implicitly being asked is, after tragedies like hurricanes in Puerto Rico, Houston, mass shootings in Las Vegas, when politicians respond officially with sending thoughts and prayers, and it's not backed up with work oriented towards solidarity, justice, or whatever, actually alleviating the situations or the environment that keeps perpetuating things like mass shootings or lack of acceptance of climate science, etc. Particularly, I've heard a lot of my non-religious friends this week speaking out of those thoughts and prayers are useless to us. So the question is, should we stop thinking and praying then?
I am deeply sympathetic to that criticism because, when you hear things like this is the price of freedom, there's nothing we can do about this, it's inevitable, whatever, the thoughts and prayers are empty. And the politicians should be praying, and they should be praying for forgiveness from God for their inaction and how they seem not to care about people dying in the street with military grade weapons that are illegal to purchase. I don't know the policy solution. I'm not a politician, but the inaction that follows the prayer cheapens even the idea of prayer and weakens the witness of Jesus through his church. So when they use that kind of language, they hurt the whole movement. And I'm affected by that because I'm a praying person. You're using your prayer to justify your excuse.
Yeah, me too. And I feel bad because I see like a meme of like a big dump truck with thoughts and prayers written on it, and they're just like dumping out the thoughts and prayers because they're just trash. And I'm like, dude, prayer is so not trash. I mean, prayer creates who I am so that like I can continue to be soft to these things, so that when people die in Las Vegas or don't have power for months in Puerto Rico, I still care about it. I think one big temptation of all of this news that we have, this access to every bad thing that happens in detail, is that we get worn out. Our hearts get hard. How are we supposed to care about this forever? One way to do it is to pray, to actually keep caring, to have the capacity with God to be moved by all the tragedy in the world. Because I think the temptation towards nihilism, apathy, just, making a meme that's funny out of it is like the end of people's action. Like that could be all we do.
Yeah, Ben, I think that people despair of being able to change anything. But if we are actually praying, it will change us and probably inspire us to take action. And I think we're experiencing that in Circle of Hope every day through the work of our compassion teams and the money that we're able to share through our thrift stores, most recently to Yemen in particular, but even all around the United States. And it's just evidence to me that prayer actually changes us and changes the world. So no, I don't think we should stop doing that, even if the politicians are using it in some trite, ineffective ways.
Yeah, because they make it like it might be either or. Like you pray or you act. And it really is both. We do it together, right?
Yeah, I think some of the examples of even how we put them together is through having a common purpose, a common identity in Jesus, puts us into a commonality and a mutuality throughout time and throughout the world. So when we're regularly redistributing resources or doing solidarity prayers, because this is like our MCC, the Beef Development and Peace Organization that we're partnered really close with, is doing these works, that's really good. Or when we organize, we've been part of 2 different movements through Circle of Peacemakers that shut down notorious gun shops like Coliseumos and the Shooter Shop that were both notoriously putting illegal guns on the streets that were being used for violent crimes.
Yeah, we're actually a part of something. We're doing it together.
Big time. You can see that we're passionate about this issue because we are prayers and we are actors. You know, we pray with our breath. We keep following Jesus all the time. So when tragedy strikes, we want to act, we want to pray, we want to be together. There's a lot of things that we do. I hope that this encourages you to walk with Jesus and walk with us as we try to do our part in changing and redeeming the world, even in our incremental, small way at times. Thanks for paying attention. If you liked this, share it around. If you have more questions, we'd love to answer them. Until next time.